This is your Monex Metals Market Update with Mike Maroney.
Good afternoon. My name is Mike Maroney. It is Monday, March 5th. Let's talk a little bit about the precious metals market. It's very interesting because the Treasury Department last week came out with some numbers, and as far as 2017 was concerned, the United States had a great year. A matter of fact, we had record revenue where the government actually took in $3.3 trillion. Now, that's a great number, and obviously it's the most that we've ever taken in. But the unfortunate situation as far as that number is concerned is we still added an additional $1 trillion worth of debt to the $19 trillion that we already had in place. So now the U.S. is currently $20+ trillion in debt and not expected to see that number drop anytime soon, as the expected deficit for 2018 is around $1.2 trillion and the expected deficit for 2019 is about $1.3 trillion. The bottom line is by 2020, the U.S. is expected to have a published debt in the neighborhood of $25 trillion. Now, the interesting number that came out that I found to be the most interesting when you talk about numbers is the fact that they put a number on the unfunded liabilities. And what are the unfunded liabilities? That's Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, and the U.S. drug program. Obviously, there are a lot of seniors that are going to depend upon the U.S. government in the not-so-distant future. And what they expect that number to be is in the neighborhood of $50+ trillion. When you think about 50 trillion and then you add in another 20 or 25 trillion, you're looking at $75 trillion. How are we possibly going to pay that much money when the best we've ever done as far as taking in is 3.3, and we still had to spend 4.3 just to pay for all the things that governments pay for? And where are we headed with this? Well, inevitably we're headed for a perception change as far as reality is concerned. Everybody understands that the world is in the midst of a sovereign debt crisis. And how that sovereign debt crisis will end, no one is quite sure. But when you think about individual portfolios, and you think about the stock market making new all-time record highs, going through a correction, bouncing back, selling off, bouncing back, it's no wonder a lot of money is currently sitting in the U.S. stock market. And there's some tremendous value stocks out there that will probably do very well over the next 5 to 10 years. And when you think about real estate trading at all-time highs, if we're going to see inflation and we're going to see money continue to be printed, then potentially real estate could go higher. But the bottom line right now is, doesn't it make sense when you just think about the debt crisis that exists throughout the world, and when you think about typically the only way out from under this is for a government to monetize, wouldn't you think a little bit of precious metals in your individual portfolios would make a little bit of sense? I think if you're wondering how we're going to get out from under this problem, or if you're thinking that inevitably we are going to see some real issues as far as inflation or dollar devaluation, give us a call here at Monex so we can talk to you how precious metals might fit into your portfolio. It makes a lot of sense right now to give it a look, so why don't you give us a call? Thank you.